You don't have to build Yeah, exactly. I think he was, yeah, he was
Bethany will pay attention if you say
That's right. That will be a
well, I think you can tell we are going to put this up on YouTube in case we usually have a couple of people who are shut-ins and
It is live, so.
join us that way. So I'll be close enough. You don't have to be in the camera, but I'll be close enough so that they can hear us if they need to. Got a few more folks coming in here. Yeah. Good morning. What's that?
Are lawn chairs legal?
They are, yep. You're welcome to borrow these. If you have some, Al, you can, yeah, you can grab a couple.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I couldn't see who was in it, so.
This might be where the guy
That would be also.
There was a conversation, apparently.
Yeah, it smells nasty.
All right, everybody, if we want to kind of just come closer-ish, welcome. Glad you're here. We have a small enough group that it might be worth just kind of going around this little circle and just saying your name nice and slow, because I'm going to guess not everyone here knows everyone else's name. And you can answer the question as well, will you be grilling anything? Right? And if so, what? I'm Chris. Yes. the tradition is very simple. Hamburgers that will be on the grill. How about you?
I'm Katie, and we don't even own a grill.
No.
Bethany and Penny. Yeah, I'll be making the sign.
Dustin. I'm not sure.
To be determined. Yeah, fair enough.
Now, no commitments.
I like it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Joe, he's not committed, I'm not either.
Dale, maybe veggie burgers on the grill.
Okay.
Joan, yes, we'll do Impossible burgers.
Okay, but those are veggie burgers, but they're different to me. When you say veggie burgers and Impossible burgers, I think those, to my taste buds, are different things. So delicious, nice.
I missed the question, but it sounds like we're talking about grilling.
Yes.
If you are, and if so, what? Yes.
Maybe? Burgers?
And your name?
I'm Laura.
Laura.
Hi, Laura.
I'm Mel, and probably not.
Yeah.
I'm Teresa. We grilled last night, and then my neighbor is smoking things for tomorrow, so yay.
Very nice neighbor.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, welcome. We were here we were just trying to remember ourselves in 2021 and 2022 over in that pavilion is where we met every week during those summers. Last year we moved to just meeting here on these holiday weekends. Just a little change of pace. Take advantage of this gift that's right here. We'll explain kind of what we're doing this morning in a minute. But any announcements we need to make? People aware of?
I don't think so. Did I forget something? Only Create. Katie's talked to me, I know, but these young ones are certainly invited. We do an art camp every summer, so are they registered? Did I see them? Okay. Yeah, and if you want to volunteer to help out with that, come talk to me. We'd love to have you. June 25 to 27. I think that's it.
Next Sunday is a party.
No, yeah, next Sunday's
Yeah,
party.
we're going to kind of officially celebrate taking ownership of the building, and so there will be cake and other things
Really
to be
good.
determined as well. Yeah, that's next week. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a little movement call to worship this morning. Again, is pretty different, purposefully so. We have just a brief piece of liturgy to begin with, if you want to call it that. And then we're going to give you a lot of time. If these kiddos, we can talk about options with them. We brought lots of stuff that might be more interesting to them than what is happening with the rest of us. We have a few lawn chairs here that people can borrow. If you have one in your car, great. You don't need one, but we'll go through all that in a moment. Should you lead us in that little bit of movement?
Have Planning Center on your phone? I don't dare go away from any of those screens.
I do.
Just pull up that prayer for me and the details of that
Yeah.
first thing. We wanted to start with just a little bit of movement to take advantage of being outside and in nature, as opposed to the difference that, you stand in the sanctuary and you lean on something, and but now you get to engage your full body, right? So we wanted to just start with a very simple, it's an embodied prayer, essentially. It is a way of reminding us that God is everywhere, that God is all around us. It's a prayer I used when we were online with kids quite often. So they would gather around the screen, and during COVID years, they would gather around the screen, and we would talk a little bit, and then we would use this prayer together to kind of, as a way to bring ourselves together and to do something similar. So it's a very simple prayer that you get to stretch and move your bodies a little bit in whatever way is comfortable for you. So as we start, just root yourself in the ground here. Just find a nice firm footing. Take a deep breath. Breathe in this beautiful, beautiful air on this gorgeous morning. Maybe not so much of the pollen that's going around, but stretch your arms up in the sky as you say, God is above.
God is above.
And then we're going all the way down to the ground. So, however close we can get. I can't get there. Stretch to the ground. God is below.
God is below.
Back up and put your hands on your heart. God is inside.
God is inside.
And a big stretch out. God is all around.
God is all around.
Spin and twirl if you like. Let's do it one more time. God is above.
God is above.
God is below. God is inside.
God is inside.
God is all around. And we have a prayer that we will pray as a way of centering ourselves in creation this morning. So will you pray with me? Creator God, you speak to us in 1,000 different ways. In the wind that rustles through the trees, in the early morning's bird song, and in the first blooms of spring. Everywhere we look, creation whispers of your creativity. So as we turn our eyes and our hearts to your creation, let us see your beauty and let us hear your voice. Like the birds and the flowers and the mighty rushing wind, may we sing of your goodness. We are leaning in. We are in awe. We are listening. Amen.
So let me read a passage from Mark 1. This is the very beginning of the book of Mark. Jesus is just getting started. And that evening, it says in verse 32, that evening after sunset, the people brought to Jesus all the sick and demon-possessed. The whole town gathered at the door. Just try and imagine that for a moment. You know, the whole town showing up. A lot of people. Long lines. And they're there because Jesus had healed many who had various diseases. So they've caught wind of this person who's offering healing, and the whole town has showed up. I imagine this is a busy night. This is a long night. This is a tiring night. And this is what comes next in verse 35. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. So there's this very busy day. Lots of, you call it responsibilities that Jesus has. Demands on his time. And the next thing that he does is he gets up early, it's still dark, and he goes off to a quiet place to pray. In a way, that's what we're trying to do today in our space and time. My hunch is you've had busy days, probably not the whole town showing up at your door, but maybe you have guests coming, maybe you're headed somewhere. Even if not, you've had, I'm sure, plenty going on. And it's not that God isn't there with us in the busyness, of course. God is always with us. The trick is that when we are busy, it's really hard for us to pay attention to the presence of God. And Jesus seems to model this, that we need to get away and slow down and be quiet. Notice, I'll read one more little part here. Since this is what we're going to do today, is try and get away and be quiet for a moment. Verse 36, Simon, who is Peter, and his companions went to look for Jesus, and when they found him, they exclaimed, "Everyone is looking for you." And this is not like everyone's looking for you. Hey, this is like, where have you been? You know, everyone. Don't you remember last night? The whole town showed up. They're still talking. They're bringing other people. So Jesus gets up early to get away and be quiet, and he's interrupted. And this is what Jesus says next. well, let us go somewhere else, to the nearby villages, so I can preach there also. That is why I have come. The text doesn't tell us that Jesus is perturbed that they've interrupted him, that he chews them out for, invading on his private, quiet time. He just responds with gentleness. And so my encouragement to you, if you are distracted today and this next time that we have, if you are interrupted, be kind to yourself. If it's your thoughts that are the interruption, if it's someone else, if it's a loud noise, just receive it and then go back to whatever you were considering and thinking about, okay? So that's Jesus giving us an example this morning. Let's pass these around. You're going to have 20, 25 minutes. We'll see what time it is when we all head on out. What is coming around on this sheet of paper is a possibility. As you might know about the branch, there's a lot of flexibility. And so the same would be true with this. If this is helpful to you today, we invite you to use it in the next 20 to 25 minutes. If it's not, then don't. But this is a prayer of examine, which is a pretty old way of praying. Comes out of the Catholic tradition, but that's okay. They're brothers and sisters too. We have plenty to learn from them. And the prayer of examine generally has these 5 pieces to it, although you'll find different adaptations of it. It's not really important. This is just a way to slow down and be reflective. It really invites you to think about the last 24 hours and to consider what they were, what came from them, what emotions. Your emotions are a big part of the examine. So what was present in that? And so this is there for you to use if you'd like. You might just like to sit down somewhere and be quiet. And that would be great too. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back here at 10:45. You are welcome to wander anywhere around. You're welcome to literally wander the whole time, to walk. We have some chairs here if you'd like to just actually find a spot and sit down. If you go this way, it's going to be quieter. You get up into that pine tree grove. Just note that there are lots of frisbee golf holes around. And so if you get into that pine tree grove, just pay attention to where maybe you're sitting down, because you might be in the line of a frisbee golf path. But yeah, some great big trees are over here. No frisbee golf happening in that part, so you could sit next to a tree. And again, you can just wander. We'll be back here at 10:45 for a quick little debrief, and then we'll go on our Sundays. Okay.
You are welcome to take this with your kids. We can also.
Yeah. Be happy to do that. Sure.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us
Right
know.
here.
Happy to. Are you going to walk around?
Good time flying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Sorry to those people who are online for all of that. Well, I would say we have time.
Excellent. You did this morning? You kicked it around. It's not. You do what you thought. What you.
How do I hit you?
That's impressive. There's also chalk and bubbles if you would like that, but you are absolutely welcome.
That's not
I'm gonna sit here with you. No.
stick them in the hole.
They're Lego light. Yeah, they're like Legos. They're not so big. Awesome. Here, this is Hoppy. And who is this? Carrot and Hoppy. Those are great names for rabbits, friends. Here, let's turn it this way so you can both reach it. So show your little vet. There you go.
Hoppy, it's okay, Hoppy.
Oh, well.
That also will work. Yeah.
I like your naming abilities here. My daughter used to have a fish named Fish. Yep. Now she is almost 13 years old. She has 50 some stuff.
I have so much more stuffies. And there's some. I have like about more than 20.
More than 20.
I
That's a lot.
about 20.
Sleep in your bed with you? Oh.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Because he got me yesterday. And that's
Oh, good.
did protest my laundry. So, yeah.
Why would you go?
My aunt did when I lived with them when I was in college. No, so do I.
Maybe $3 per week.
Oh, $3 per week? That's pretty good.
You can't. What do you can't? If we do all the
If you do all of your chores, excellent.
I watch the dishes. I think we should cook.
Yeah. It's a lot of work to. Yeah.
I found this food.
Oh,
It's alright. It's a new challenge.
I love this purple. But I'm gonna see if I can find it.
We don't have a dishwasher.
I see.
So that
Opportunity for earning we used to live in the Chicago suburbs, and then we moved to Michigan. The housing market was just is nuts. So to try to find an actual house to move into, it was taking too much time. And we're like, oh, we're moving soon, and we need to find something. So we bought a double wide in Caledonia. Came up, looked at it, great. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I'm like, okay, that's plenty of space for us, right? Great. Moved in. The first day we were in the house, I was, let's admit, the move was emotional on a lot of levels. So when we looked at this place, I wasn't really thinking. We moved in, and I go to put dishes in the dishwasher, and I look around, I'm like, I sat the floor dry.
I bet.
Oh my goodness. And then there was no garbage disposal. I'm like, very spoiled.
I want her to dry around. Hard
No, we didn't either. My parents told me the dishwasher, so
I think every house that I live
sat down.
Where's my
It is odd to go
Where's the
backwards,
camera?
right? Like when you're used to not having one, you get used to it, you figure it out, but then when you take a step backwards with that, you gotta get used to it.
Daddy, there is clock and there is bubbles. Bubbles.
trading but now I'm looking for like dishwashers that are how high are my covers?
Oh, interesting.
Absolutely.
I have seen them like the, you know, they make like peel it, tack it onto the end of your countertop, and you put your countertop on it. Like, is that part of the challenge? That there's no real great spot
What's in
for it?
this box?
Yeah.
And there's no there's well one in each bedroom, small ones, but no like big rooms. So It is quite relaxing.
That is when the color was gone. I'm going to say with color.
All right.
Happy has tour. I broke a stick.
Wait. Oh, I forgot. Right, give it a throw.
Banana.
You just turned the tree into a banana?
Yeah.
Good boy. What a
Be okay if it's a banana tree?
Banana. Banana. Pineapple. Hey, no, it has to be a banana.
From Jonas Grandma. Posted something on, I have a neighborhood Facebook page that's like grandson plays baseball with both of our sons. Posted some goes up to 1,000
Love being a
tiny
banana.
little numbers. So I just commented on it, and that night at baseball, she showed up. Here you go. There it was.
Banana.
Like, can I watch a baseball game while I do
Banana.
That's right.
Haha, I can never say the two bananas. I
You
win.
did it. You win. Congratulations. It was a great morning for you.
Hungry for bananas. You see this brand? Oh, look at this. That's a blue one.
Yeah. I can everything back into.
Oh, excellent.
Maybe that pew.
Glad you could do it all at once. Thank you so much.
Everything pineapple. No.
I also like pineapple.
Everything fruit covered. Yay.
Hey.
Happy. What's this?
Those are the two, yeah. So we could do like this. With something
Who
that
wants
makes
to
you
play
really
this?
happy.
Who wants to play this?
Turning everything into a
Who
banana.
wants?
Yeah.
Who wants to play workout? Who wants to play workout? Me.
Workout?
Like workout?
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I'm coach. I'm coach.
You were incredible.
We play this all the time.
You do? Okay.
I'm
Okay, well,
coach.
show us what it's like, and maybe we'll.
Okay, bye.
Let's go.
Gotta get ready for workout. Don't want to be sweaty.
No, I'm fine. It's the ball. It's the wait. Let's do it on the playground, Daddy. Please back here because our people do it. We're doing it at the playground
Said do a pull-up.
because we have to do pull-ups.
I like that the sock has. Just in case. Easier sock calls.
If you will want
You know I can't do a pull-up. I didn't know that's not.
That's wild.
Yeah, sure.
Can you crab walk?
Oh, that's
Can you crab walk?
Hold on.
Do you know how to crab walk? Oh yeah, Dad's got it. There you go. Can you crab walk like that?
When it shows doing it like this.
Oh, oh.
Well, hold on. That crab has so many legs and claws and ears.
I can pretend. Are we going to the park to do it?
Yeah. Come on.
Her name is Laura. She's on her thing. We all go in.
Black pad blocker.
oh, supposed to be out. Cool down. Yeah, rain tonight. No, I told you so many times you can tell which part.
I remember that. I still remember kindergarten. I remember the kindergarten. Erica Stanton
Great,
put outline of colors. And it was the best coloring I've ever seen. I don't remember that. The outlining. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I just
Stuff with that, like this is how you color, but I not really color. So
How do you get impressions from
My Instagram reel is for empty, is full of watercolors. Like all these things with like watercolor and flowers. Like, oh, you should get to watercolor.
And is it of people actually doing
Yeah,
it?
like how to paint flowers, how to make different flowers, things like this. Wonder why I'm getting this, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's like out there in the It was funny, I sat by Leah at church last weekend, and she was embroidering her jean pockets, like embroidering flowers off the jeans. And literally that day, this is how Instagram works, right? It like knows what's happening. I started getting embroidery things sent to her, and I was like, what just happened? And now that also is getting watercoloring and embroidering.
Amazing. And good.
And super weird.
Yeah.
Super weird. Did you say words about it? That's what I'm trying to remember. I definitely asked her about it, and she was like having to pull out stitches. So we definitely talked about it. Okay. That's what I you know. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I searched. No, but
No,
you
you don't need to. It's
Yeah.
You say they're not listening.
Well, they definitely are. But there's a prime example.
No doubt about it. You can care less.
Yeah, one
Yep.
time I said like, hey, I'm thinking about getting a frozen yogurt, and then like I got a frozen yogurt out of my phone. I'm like, okay.
No, we're
Did
not.
you do your arm thing? Did you pull it?
I did too, thank you very much. Yeah,
Oh.
It was amazing.
But she had her feet on the ground. She had her feet on the ground.
Trace,
So we didn't.
did you tell her that didn't count?
She did.
Okay, good.
She did.
Good job, Lydia. Smart. Hold her to account, definitely.
You can do a flip.
I don't know how that time moved for everybody else, but for us here at the coloring table, it flew. We had a lovely time. To just kind of close this time here, we'll often ask each other, what did you notice? And it could be anything, of course. It does not need to be profound or anything impressive. What did you notice as you were sitting or walking?
That I had a lot of interactions yesterday. Like I thought that I stayed home all day, but I went out to the store and I went, I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't shopping.
And how much of that time I'm focused on the Monday rather than letting it live
would have been nothing wrong had we come here and had a normal morning, sang songs, and there was a sermon and that sort of thing. But I think we were thinking about this Sunday and then these 3 holiday Sundays in the summer felt like, what do we need? And I think as you communicated, as a number of people have, we all as humans need space and time to be. And that's it, just be. And to let whatever we need to think about or feel, to let there be space for those things. So that's a gift in some way. And may it kind of propel you into the rest of the days of this weekend and into the weeks ahead. Encourage you as Jonah was saying, be more intentional about having time for it. That's the way. That you would see those people this week. We're grateful to be here these few moments with us. And we'll look forward to a not normal actually, party when we get together. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
So what is your shirt? Oh, I just was reading about what's been on Nepal. Everest. Like, you know, that mountain
That one.
like, a lot of people are dying. Last year. So yeah, it was like this. Did you do like a